This is the first nail video in my new apartment. Guys, I have not done my nails in over 5 weeks. My nails need help. I want a fresh set so bad, but I've just been like putting it off and putting it off because we've been moving literally our entire lives. Our entire apartment, I've been doing like little renovations to the apartment, sanding down walls, drilling holes, and just a lot of that I use my nails as tools, and it's not good, but I didn't want to do a fresh new set and then ruin them in one day. They are very, very scratched. This hand, the lighting is really bad. I'm sorry. I don't have any lights up right now. They are very dull and very scratched and very, very, very grown out. None of this hand is lifting at all though. This hand, on the other hand, this one got ripped off and my poor nail ripped like too far up and was bleeding, and it was just not good. I was like lifting up a box and it was like not ready to come off, and that's why it just ripped off like my natural nail. And then this nail was lifting and I took it off because it was annoying, but all the other ones are not lifting at all. And I gotta say, using my hands as tools and having them on this long and only losing 2 nails out of all these is still pretty impressive just to myself. Anyways, we're gonna jump into it. I'm thinking of a like dark brown aura, okay, with like maybe like an orangish aura or something in the middle. I want an aura nail, but I want something like brown, like chocolatey. Even though it's spring, I don't like a lot of spring nails, I'm not gonna lie. And it just hasn't been my vibe recently. Medium almond shaped, I mean, as usual. Grab yourself a coffee, a snack, get your nail supplies out if you wanna do your nails with me, or just like sit back and chillax, because I know a lot of people watch these videos that don't even do their nails. I see you. Okay, we're gonna get started. I'm so excited to get my nails freaking done right now. First, I'm gonna clip off the extra gel extension, but avoiding my natural nail underneath because I'm trying to grow my nails out long. A nail dust collector is seriously the biggest game changer when you do DIY nails. I seriously cannot believe I didn't have one for so long. 1, having dust everywhere is absolutely annoying. It gets literally everywhere. 2, this stuff is extremely bad to breathe in. Now, sadly, they are a little bit more pricey. Even the ones on Amazon are like $100. This is the one from 𝙈𝙪𝙨. It is amazing. Yes, they're a little bit noisy, but honestly, I'd rather just not have powder in my lungs and be healthier while doing my nails. Now, even with that, I'm going to put a mask on as well. So like if I'm bending over my nails, the powder isn't going directly in my nose. No, these aren't going to completely keep you safe. If you wanted to get like a very fancy face mask, then yes. But honestly, with the nail dust collector, the face mask, and I have a window in this room and have very good ventilation, I think I'm okay. Recently gave my nail drill a little bit of an upgrade. I actually broke my last one by dropping it and a nail bit broke off and I couldn't put a nail bit back in it. This one was a teeny tiny bit more expensive, and I will say it is higher quality. Like I can tell it is better than the last one I had. I feel like the speeds are more accurate. It doesn't have any wobbling issues, and it stays charged for so long. I've literally charged this once and I've had it for months. I'm going in with this nail bit. I used to use a ceramic one, but I've been using this one recently and it works a lot better. I'm gonna put stuff more in real time without speeding stuff up in this video, just so you can see kind of how exactly I'm doing things, because I feel like it can be a little bit more helpful. Sometimes when you see stuff sped up, it's like, wait, what? Like, I don't know what just happened. And then we can hang out for a little bit longer. E-filing definitely takes a while to learn if you are a very, very beginner. I don't really suggest to get an e-file and just start going ham on your nail, because majority of the time when you're a beginner and you get an e-file, you're most likely going to over drill the crap out of your nails and they're gonna be red and it's just not fun. You're gonna burn yourself. I definitely suggest to practice on like fake nails to learn which direction to have it spinning so it doesn't like slip off, cut your cuticle, or slip off the tip of your nail and just like cut you somehow. And I will always tell people, if you're getting into nails but you're kind of scared to do it on like your actual hands, to just get a fake hand. A fake hand is a game changer. You can sit there, you can have TV on, and you can just practice for hours. I'm filing all of that past gel polish off, and then I'm also taking a teeny bit of the bulk of the gel extension and the extend gel off as well, but just really making sure I am not filing down to my natural nail. It takes some practice, but you honestly start to learn like when to stop. Before we remove the excess gel that we still have on our nails, I am actually going to shape my nails. The reason why I shape my nails before I take the gel off is because they're not as weak as they used to be, but they're definitely not the strongest nails by any means. There's just way more of a chance of them snapping or cracking on the edge when I'm filing them if I have nothing on them. So this gives them a little bit of strength so we don't have any mishaps, because I've been growing these out for so darn long. I just shaped my nails into an almond shape. I am going in with gel extensions today, and I'm going to explain why I go in with gel extensions when I have long nails and why I don't cut my nails under them and all that in a little bit. To remove the rest of the gel, I take these little foils that have a little cotton on them, put some acetone on it, and then wrap it around my fingers. You can totally DIY this with cotton balls, cotton rounds, and some foil. This is just more convenient, and when you do your nails all the time, every month, multiple times a month, you want to start getting products that make it more convenient, because the less convenient it is, the longer it's going to take you to do your nails. And when you do your own nails, it can take you up to like 6 to 8 hours. So I try to speed it up everywhere that I can. I let that sit for 10 to 15 minutes depending on how thick the gel is. And I just take like a little scraper, spatula thingy, pretty much anything that you can scrape the gel off with. And the gel should come off very, very easily, okay? If you're trying to scrape it off and it's not coming off easily, like crumbling off, and it's basically peeling from your nail, that is the same exact thing as ripping your nails off, and you're taking layers of your natural nail off, and it's just gonna make your nails super thin, super brittle. And I definitely had to learn that the hard way. A lot of times I'll do a little check-in, have to put the foils back on, check them again, and some of them take longer than others. It's just a process. Removing your nails is never fun, if I'm gonna be completely honest. So sometimes there is the teeniest, tiniest little bit of residue of gel, and a lot of people actually like to leave like a full layer of gel on their nails even when they do gel extensions to keep them strong. I'm just gonna take a buffer and buff it so my nails are even, so they're not all like bumpy. So usually right after that, I will do some hand care or cuticle care because my nails are very, very dry. Today, I am just throwing on some cuticle oil just to give them a little bit of moisture because they're looking a little thirsty. Going in with my all-time favorite cuticle remover by Sally Hansen. I've honestly never used one that's better than this. I've tried so many. And taking our cuticle pusher backer, pushing back that little lip called the eponychium. It likes to overgrow onto your nail. rubbing all of that off after I'm done pushing it back because you don't want to let it sit on your skin for that long. This is definitely a personal preference, but I do like to nip that little extra flap of skin after pushing back the cuticles because it just gives it more of a clean look. Now, you want to be very careful if you're going to do this, especially if you're a beginner, because it is very, very easy to cut yourself. It's very scary doing this. Honestly, the only way to just get better at it is to practice, but you want to be careful because that layer is there for a reason, to help your nails not get infected. So do this with caution if you do it, but I like to do it because it looks cleaner. So a new little thing I've been doing is taking this little nail bit, getting any extra cuticle that is on the nail plate, making sure your drill isn't too fast or pushing too hard because you don't want to be like filing down your actual nail. Very lightly going back and forth, getting the cuticle off of the nail plate. And this is just another step to really make sure our nails aren't going to lift. Before getting into applying anything to our nails that might make them sticky, I'm going to size all of my gel extensions to my nails. These are the 𝙭Gel X nail extensions, natural, round, medium. Definitely my all-time favorite nails. If I had to pick one nail for the rest of my life, I'd probably pick this one. They definitely have a lot of dupes on Amazon that I will link down below as well that are a little bit cheaper, but just know they are a little bit thinner than these. And these are just my personal favorite because they sculpt around my nail beds perfectly. And they also do have a sculpted version that are more rounded if you have like more rounded nail beds. And I really like that they have natural and sculpted because everybody has different nail beds. This is not sponsored. It sounds like it is, but I just really, really love 𝙭. To prep our gel extensions to make sure they are not going to be lifting, you can either take a file, an e-file with a sanding band, or what I personally do is take primer and etch the inside of the gel extension of where your nail is going to go on it. This is just going to make it grip to your nail better. I haven't really found that any of the methods are necessarily better than each other. This is just the quickest and the least messy, so I kind of just go with this one. I didn't film this for some reason, but I wiped all my nails down with rubbing alcohol to get rid of any of like the cuticle oil or anything like that so I don't have any moisture on my nails. But before I go in with anything else, I'm going to be taking the OPI repair mode and apply that kind of like a bonding treatment like for hair, but for nails. And I feel like it's actually really helped my nails stay stronger. I let that sit on my nails for like 5 to 10 minutes because I go in with dehydrator next to make sure we don't have any moisture on our nails, and I don't know if it's like just basically removing that product. A lot of times I'll like do hand and nail care and stuff and let it sit on for 3 hours, but I was like lazy and didn't want to do this on this day, so. Taking some primer and only going in with a little bit because whenever I go overboard and put a little bit too much primer, it weirdly makes my nails pop off. And now taking Extend Gel. This is the one from 𝙭. I really like the Beetles one. Those are honestly the only two that I've used. One of the main questions that I see on other people's posts and that I get on my posts are, can I use a normal base coat for gel extension? You could try. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, no. There's so many different types of gels. Honestly, you can just Google and look up like the difference, but like base coat gels that are just supposed to go under like gel polishes are soft and not hard enough to hold the gel extension to your nail. And Extend gels are a little bit stronger. They're gonna help your nail not to bend, and they're literally made for gel extension. And that's what's worked for me, and my nails last 5 weeks. I put an even coat of that on all of my nails before curing, taking taking a little bit of acetone on a nail art brush and just going on my sidewalls to make sure there's no gel in there. Curing that for 60 seconds. Make sure to always read your nail bottles because sometimes it's 90 seconds and if you're not curing it for the right time, you can get a gel allergy. Getting my flash cure light out, and I just want to say you do not necessarily need a flash cure light, but it makes it so much easier because the point of a flash cure light is to boom, cure into place instantly. You can get all of your nails done without holding them for 60 seconds each time. The shape of them really helps to be able to get your nail under it, but if you can figure out how to do it with your big UV lamp, sometimes the bottom of them come off and then you can put it on the edge of your table. Definitely do that, especially to save money. After you flash cure all of your gel extensions, you do have to cure them in a big UV lamp. I've said it a million times and I will say it again in every single nail video because this is the biggest contributor to people getting gel allergies. Don't do it, go. Cure your nails properly, okay? I always shape the gel extensions the teeniest, tiniest bit. I like them a little bit skinnier. To answer the question why I leave my natural long nails underneath the gel extensions is I have noticed when I have longer nails underneath gel extensions, they last so much longer without lifting, without like bending. If I smack my hand on something, they're just like a little bit more stronger than if I had shorter nails. And honestly, it makes sense because if your nails are longer, the gel extension has more to stick to. And the reason why I'm putting gel extensions on my already long nails, my nails aren't to the length that I want them at yet. I want them at the gel extension length. I probably have like 1 or 2 more months until I get to that length, and then I'm gonna try to do stuff on my natural nails. Taking a sanding band and buffing off all of the shine from all of the gel extensions. I'm also blending the gel extension into my natural nail. You want to be really careful to not drill your actual nail when you're doing this. For beginners, definitely start out on like the lowest drill setting that there is. If you're using a drill, if you're not using a drill, you can literally just do this with a file and a buffer, and you basically get the same exact result. Doing it with a drill is just a little bit faster. Step that has truly changed the game for gel extensions. Taking a little bit of acetone on a nail art brush, rubbing it on that edge near the cuticle, it just blends the gel extension so perfectly into your natural nail. Lifting is just non-existent anymore. Taking a layer of that same extend gel, putting that on all of my nails. Curing it for 60 seconds, and now we are going to be getting into the design. I've been so into brown nails, and this is definitely one of my favorite nail polishes. It's technically like a dark violet, but it only looks like that in some lightings, and it honestly just looks like chocolate brown most of the time. This is the part that I kind of didn't want to speed up or cut up so you guys can see how long it takes me to paint every single nail and kind of how I go about it. If it's a dark color, I make sure to go in with really thin coats, especially if it's a cheaper nail polish, because if you put too thick of a coat, it won't cure. We are going to be going in with some airbrushing today because Aura nails, I think, are my favorite nails. They just look so pretty. And there's definitely a lot of ways that you can go about Aura nails. There's powders, you can do it with eyeshadow. I definitely do it like the most unhealthy way, so beware. But this is the best way that I have found to do it, and I can't find a better way to do it. Maybe I'll do a video on testing different ways, but before I get into that, cover all the skin surrounding the nail in liquid latex. This one doesn't smell. A lot of liquid latex smells like really weird, but this one doesn't smell for me. Even if you're super precise with an airbrush machine, it's going to spray on your surrounding skin a little bit, and you don't want that. Even if you're removing it with acetone afterwards, you still don't want it because you just don't want gel on your skin for literally longer than like 5 seconds. Kind of wanted to go for like an orangey tan shade in the middle of the aura. This is the thing that people get mad at me about. I am using gel nail polish in an airbrush machine. Now, I do have a mask on when I do this. I do have good ventilation. I have a window open right next to me. But yeah, it's still not the best thing to do because you're basically inhaling gel polish. So maybe don't do this. But I can't find a better way to do it. I've done it with acrylic paint before. I've done it with normal nail polish. Ipre came out with an airbrushing line and I didn't like it. I'm gonna keep doing this until I find something else because it works pretty great. I forgot to show it, but I do mix this with the Ipre dilution fluid, and it's made for airbrush machines to like water down the polish. Since I'm doing this on a super dark color, and depending on the opacity of the gel color that you're going in with, that's going to be the aura. It could take 2 layers, or like today, it took 5 layers, just because I really wanted to build up that orange center, and I want it to be seamless. When you're airbrushing, you don't want to have it super duper close, but you don't want to have it super far away. If you have it super close, it's gonna kind of puddle up and there's gonna be a droplet there. If you have it super far away, it's just going to airbrush like the entire nail. So you want to have it that perfect distance. Again, definitely suggest to practice on like fake hand or fake nails. The first time I ever got an airbrush machine, I practiced on just like fake nails like these that you can buy on Amazon, and I got the hang of it pretty quickly. After you do 1 layer, you do need to cure them every single time. Still want to avoid touching the nails because since it's diluted gel polish, sometimes it can kind of move around and be like extra sticky, and you don't want to mess up your airbrushing. Before we put on top coat, I do remove the latex because sometimes the latex can kind of be in the crevice of the cuticle and I don't want to accidentally cure it on my nail. Guys, can you believe it? We are trying a new top coat in this video. Newsflash, I do not like it more than my gelish top coat that I use every single time. This one is a little bit thicker. I've seen it in a few other like nail artists that I follow use it. Definitely don't like it as much as the gelish one though. This one scratched really fast. We still love gelish, and I have yet to find a better top coat. This is definitely the step that makes the aura come together too. Like sometimes after you finish airbrushing, you're like, it kind of looks like speckly, and then you put the top coat on and it blends it perfectly. It's like the most satisfying step. Did a final cure on those, wiped them with a little bit of alcohol. Totally forgot to film that. But I decided to film a little bit of some hand care ASMR. Now this is extremely high maintenance and I have never done like this type of hand care before, but I thought it would be fun. I see shorts and TikToks of people doing like ASMR hand care stuff and I'm like, I want to do that. So enjoy. And these are the final nails. I am so obsessed. I actually finished my nails a few days ago, and I just always forget to film the outros of my videos because I usually finish them super duper late at night. I feel really tired and I look really crusty, and the last thing I want to do is film an outro. I have been obsessing over them and you know when you have like a really good set on and you just like stare at your nails and go up to your boyfriend or your friend or whatever and you just like show them your nails 24/7 because you're like, look at them, look at how good they are. Anyways, I'm obsessed. This is also like my all-time favorite shape, length. I feel like the nail game has low-key peaked a little, and we're gonna have to try some new things that I like haven't done before. One thing I haven't really done yet is 3D isolated chrome, and I've been seeing some posts, especially on like medium and shorter nails. It's so freaking pretty. So if you guys want to see me do a nail video like that, let me know. Ask questions in the comments right now that you have about chrome and stuff so I can answer them in that video. This is where this ring is from. This is where this is from. This was given to me by my grandma, and I'm pretty sure it's older than me, and I have no idea where it's from. I'm sorry. This is where the hand chain is from, and this is one of those bracelets that is just kind of like on, like you can have it on for months and it doesn't tarnish, and it doesn't have like a thing to take it off. You have to like manually cut it off. And I got it done at a pop-up, and I'm gonna put the girl's for her Instagram, and like she also sells, I think, jewelry and stuff. As always, I have everything linked down below, organized in order that I used it. If I didn't link something, let me know because sometimes I forget. Tell me what nails I should do next. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
I don't know if you like the way I put my words together, but I need you to stick with me just like some birds of feathers, or like bricks and scales hand in hand.